Rome, 97 CE. The Praetorian Guard, the elite military unit sworn to protect the emperor, has mutinied. They are holding the palace hostage, demanding blood. Inside, Emperor Nerva is trapped. He is elderly, visibly frail, and has no natural heirs. To appease the guards, he is forced to execute the very men who put him in power by assassinating his predecessor. Nerva needs military backing to survive the week, so he makes a calculated gamble. He formally adopts Marcus Ulpius Trajanus, a highly popular general commanding the legions on the German frontier, as his son and heir. Trajanus did not step into an orderly, peaceful inheritance. He was drafted into the highest office as a tactical emergency measure to stop the Roman Empire from collapsing into an all-out civil war. When Nerva dies of natural causes in January 98 CE, Trajanus officially becomes emperor, but he stays put. Instead of rushing back to Rome to claim the throne, he remains thousands of miles away on the Rhine frontier. He uses this distance to clean house. Trajan summons Casperius Aelianus, the Praetorian prefect who led the mutiny against Nerva, to Germany. Far from his political power base in the capital, Aelianus is quietly executed. By the time Trajan finally enters Rome in 99 CE, the immediate threats are gone. He chooses to walk into the city on foot, mingling directly with the crowds and senators as an equal, masking his absolute authority behind a display of deep civic modesty. Without marching a single legion into the capital, Trajan secured the volatile political center of the empire. He proved he could dominate Rome entirely through psychological control and strategic patience. With the home front secure, Trajan turns his attention to a looming existential threat on the Danube border, the wealthy, aggressive kingdom of Dacia, ruled by King Decebalus. To crush Dacia, Trajan mobilizes roughly 150,000 soldiers. He pulls in legions and auxiliaries from across the territories, committing roughly half of the entire Roman army to a single front. Moving a force this massive across a major river requires severe infrastructure. This map shows legions converging on the Danube, necessitating a permanent crossing. A cross-section reveals 1,135 meters of timber arches, supported by 20 masonry pillars, all driven directly into the fast-moving waters. Trajan viewed monumental engineering and logistics as his primary weapons of war. By building permanent infrastructure, he systematically dismantled the natural geography that protected Rome's enemies. The campaign climaxes at the Dacian capital, Sarmizegetusa. Roman forces lay siege to the mountain fortress, locate the city's water pipes, and destroy them. Starved and surrounded, King Decebalus takes his own life rather than surrender. The real prize is underground. Following the interrogation of a captive nobleman, Roman troops discover a staggering fortune that Decebalus had buried beneath the diverted bed of the Sargetia River. Modern estimates suggest the Romans extracted around 165 tons of pure gold and 330 tons of silver from Dacia. This immense wealth flowed directly into the imperial treasury, bypassing the need to heavily tax citizens. Trajan converts this capital into public spectacle. He throws a 123-day festival featuring 10,000 gladiators, and he reconstructs the heart of Rome, importing vibrant foreign marble to build a massive new forum, libraries, and basilicas. The centerpiece of this new complex is Trajan's Column. Wrapping around its 30-meter shaft is a continuous spiral bas-relief, carving the absolute destruction of Dacia into a permanent, towering storyboard. The conquest of Dacia served a dual purpose. It neutralized Rome's most dangerous neighbor, and it provided the blood and gold required to turn the imperial capital into a blinding display of military invincibility. In his final years, Trajan pushes eastward against the Parthian Empire, marching his legions deep into Mesopotamia, annexing new provinces, and becoming the only Roman emperor to advance his army all the way to the shores of the Persian Gulf. Stretching supply lines across the desert proves disastrous. As this map shows, when Roman borders hit the Persian Gulf, violent revolts ignite behind the front lines. Hostile geography forces a rapid retreat, borders contracting violently westward to save the army. The retreat is compounded by natural disasters. Emperor Trajan barely survives a catastrophic earthquake while wintering in the city of Antioch, and shortly after, his health rapidly declines, culminating in a paralyzing stroke. Trajan spent his life testing the limits of Roman power, but the East finally found them. His unyielding drive for expansion pushed the empire past its logistical, geographic, and physical breaking points. In August 117 CE, the ailing emperor dies in the coastal city of Selinus. Because Trajan had never officially named a successor, his death leaves the entire Roman state dangerously exposed to a power vacuum. His wife, Empress Plutina, immediately steps into the void, concealing the news of Trajan's death. She keeps the true state of the emperor hidden within the heavy shadows of his sick room. During this blackout, a document is miraculously produced. It claims that on his deathbed, Trajan officially adopted his trusted general Hadrian as his son and heir. Rumors quickly spread that Plotina forged the signature herself. Trajan expanded the Roman Empire to its absolute maximum territorial extent, yet the continuity of this military superpower ultimately relied on a desperate, fabricated piece of paper.